Hey everybody, Harry Carey here. And if there's one thing that I like doing, it's listening to Fallout Shelter while playing with my ding dong and drinking a nice, cold Budweiser. Here's a couple of young whippersnappers that really know day trading like I know the king of beers. Hey, Trick and Tino, what do you say after the Cubs game we go across the street and get totally inebriated? Because if there's one thing I know, it's booze, baseball, broads, and bullshit. Hey, and Fallout Shelter, Cubs win! Cubs win!
Harry Carey, ladies and gentlemen. Harry Carey.
Cubs win.
Yeah.
That drunken announcer.
Oh, what a
nut.
What a nut. What a nut. I can't wait to go get all pissed up with that guy.
With a nice cold Budweiser.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, man. I used to love Will Ferrell's impression. Will Ferrell used to do the best impression.
Oh, the best impression of Harry Carey.
Oh, my God. And
So
it was
good.
dead nuts on, too, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because Harry would, I used to watch him, with a Cubs game when he would announce, and it's so true. He would just talk about random stuff, like just, I can't even explain it. If you guys could have just been there and heard him do it, it's so funny when comedians actually do this impersonation of him.
And if you don't know who that is, like, go
to YouTube and go Google Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey, and you'll laugh your balls off.
And then go YouTube, like, just Harry Carey himself. I'm sure there's some old clips. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, folks, welcome to episode 12 of Fallout Shelter with Trick and Tino. Tonight we're going to talk about quite a few things. There's a few things on my mind, a few things on Tino's mind. Up to bat first, though, I think we're going to talk about some Fakeouts, just kind of a continuation of Summertime Blues, episode 11. Today, actually, wow, there was a lot of Fakeouts, typical of summertime trading. I actually got faked out a couple of times. It happens, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been involved with this shit for. When you see the setup, you got to take it, right? And if you don't take it and it rips without you, you're gonna bang your head against the fucking wall, right? Yeah. So today on Nvidia, it looked really good. It did give some pretty decent signals to go long. And then if you were quick, you definitely could have taken it short. But I was waiting for NVIDIA to rip. Tino pointed out that NVIDIA was, going to bounce off that 200 and, it's above the 200.
It was a perfect an example of one of your strategies in pre-market. It gapped up over the 200. And if you look at the daily chart, the thing was curling pretty nicely, and I'm thinking it was going to be a continuation. What you've taught us, which is a great strategy, is if it gaps over an important resistance like that, wait for it to go down, fall when the bell rings, and it'll usually tap that resistance and then just shoot up. And that was my plan. And because the 200 was really close, it gapped right over the 200. So I was thinking, okay, bell rings, thing's going to go down, hit the 200, and shoot up. And the thing is, the 200, there was also another resistance there. There was the Friday's previous close. Today's Monday, July 9th. So Friday, the previous close on Friday was right where the 200. So you had two important pieces of resistance there. So I thought that was a no-brainer, but you know what? Summertime, like you said, when the big money's gone, man, that thing didn't even look twice. It just went south real quick, right past the 200, and I got stopped out right away. So. Yeah.
See, I think a lot of the big money, they're still involved. They're just selling. Like they're not buying, right? And a lot of these stocks, it takes that big money in it, the smart money to push these stocks up. The floats are big. It takes a lot of volume, and that's where the volume comes in, and that's where the predictability comes in. But, in summertime trading, that's why a lot of people will retreat to these garbage small caps and then get their asses handed to them, right? So, with NVIDIA, like Tino pointed out, I've got a real good strategy for a real good gap strategy, and we've nailed fucking home run trades, like right to the penny. We've bottom ticked right to the penny, all live in TrickTrades, because it's just a specific gap strategy that I follow. There's a little more involved than what Tino put out there, but I mean that's really the bulk of it. I mean, you could kind of do your own figuring from there, but so I ended up I took it on what I refer to the magic blue line, and the magic blue line is something that we trade a lot at TrickTrades, and I know that sounds like code and everything else. I'm not going to get into it, but the magic blue line is an extremely, it's probably the most overlooked key support and or resistance area that there is on an intraday chart. And we've hit so many plays off this magic blue / voodoo line, as one of our members, Luke, renamed it. And the reason why he renamed it the voodoo line is because it's like voodoo. Like it works, and it's amazing. And until somebody points out something like that, you would never know it's there.
No,
you would never know. And these stocks will bounce off that area. And it's funny because NVIDIA did bounce off that voodoo line, and that's where I took it.
Yeah, so I did too. Same time you did.
Yeah, and if it would have bounced and kept going, it would have been a bottom tick entry, right? That's how we're at, people like to bust balls on YouTube and shit like that when I say, we took it here, and they're like, oh yeah, you fucking bottom ticked it again, right? Yeah, we do.
You know what though, Pat? Like with that strategy, you could have put an order out there before the market even opened and just sat there and waited, and it would have filled that order and gone. I mean, it was like clockwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of times I will send out an order about, 10, 15 cents above the voodoo line, just in case, because sometimes it'll come down. Most of the time, I would say, without tracking it, it's a solid 80% of the time. It absolutely taps it to the penny. Yeah. But sometimes the buyers will step in because it's such an important area. And I'd like to research this voodoo line a little bit more. Like maybe there's more to it. Right? Maybe
I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be, because it works so fucking well.
Facebook did it this morning too. I took Facebook to the penny. It's unbelievable. Like Facebook this morning to the penny, bounced right off it.
It really is amazing. But anyways, with NVIDIA, so it ended up bouncing off that area. Got out on that. And then there was another, and then it came right down to previous highs, right? And it was kind of consolidating and messing around there, and then it failed again. So I had to take off to the pharmacist this morning. So I was in it, and I was going to hold. It would have worked out all right, but it definitely would have went through some pain before it came back up, because really what I was trying to do with NVIDIA was a bigger picture trade. After it was selling off and these games were being played, because the reason why I keep saying these market maker games and these games that they're playing is because there was a lot of games, because they would bounce it off key levels, make it look like bullish, put in like higher lows, look really good, and then they would sell it off hard.
Yeah.
So we were kind of laughing to ourselves, even though, a couple of us took a couple losses in the morning. All you can do is laugh, because it's like, the market makers, it's like, yeah, okay, you got me. You did your job. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to piss and moan about it like a fucking baby? Take the loss, shut up, and move on, right?
That's like you said, it's bazzaro world, man. Today was a perfect example. I mean, the SPY was grinding all day long, just ground up all day long, and these market leaders were not following the SPY whatsoever. Matter of fact, if you look at the NVIDIA chart, it kind of faded all the way till about, let's see what we got here, about 1:30, quarter after 1. So NVIDIA started to rise right about quarter after 1, and the SPY took a dump. Yeah. And then NVIDIA just kept going, and the SPY kept falling. I mean, so different than what we're used to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, one way to play the SPY, guys, I get asked this all the time. Well, how do you play the SPY, or how do you play the Qs as a reference? Well, if the SPY is dumping, okay, this is just one of the many like SPY strategies that we have at TrickTrades. So if the SPY is dumping, okay, and let's say a stock is dumping along with it, tick for tick, okay, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. And then that one stock finally bottoms out and it starts basing, but yet the SPY takes another shit and it keeps dumping.
Yeah.
Well, what does that tell you guys? It tells you that the stock has had enough. That's as low as she's going to go. Take that fucker long. And then once the SPY starts bouncing a bit, you're going to get an exponential type of move. It's really going to bounce. It's like almost like an elastic band, a slingshot. You know, it's a hyperbolized reaction to it. It's an exaggerated reaction, right? And that's basically what happens all the time. And you know, with NVIDIA, once it put in that higher low right at what do we got here? 1:15 in the afternoon. I mean, it rocketed. And when I got back home, I took it just above that first higher low when it was consolidating. Because as soon as I got home, I saw that. I got back in my desk. The second I saw it, I got long and ended up coming back green on the day. Sold it basically right at the last couple minutes of the bell. And yeah, it ended up being a pretty nice day. But that just goes to show, like, you know, just because you take a couple losses or something, like, don't you know, fucking like a little fucking baby, and you know, like, oh, fucking lost again, and you know, I hear people say shit like that all the time, and it's this whole poor me routine. It's like, wrap your fucking head around it, because if you're gonna be a trader, a day trader, swing trader, a fucking whatever trader, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna take a lot of losses, man, and it's completely natural and completely fine. When you see these guys on Twitter and they never take losses, you know, they have some like 90% win-loss percentage. Guys, that's so full of shit. Stop believing that garbage, guys. Stop believing that, because they don't have a 90 or 95% win rate. For that to happen, you would need to be some sort of fucking savant. And it's just, bottom line, someone would pick you up, you know, either a prop firm, hedgy, someone would pick you up. If you're pulling shit like that and you're actually legit, it's just, nah, man. You know, I mean, there are certain strategies that we have that have a higher win percentage, but you're most likely not just going to play just that one strategy. I mean, you got to be flexible in the market, or I mean, you just
let me ask you something about your NVIDIA trade, right? So you said on the higher low, so I'm looking at the chart, 1:15 in the afternoon. Did you wait till it crossed the 50? Because the 50 was right there. So did you wait till it?
No. Yeah. I mean, I waited till that 50 was crossed. I wouldn't have waited till that 50 was crossed had I been at my desk when it put in that higher low. I wasn't in my chair yet. You
would have taken it right on the green candle of that higher low? That first green candle?
Yeah, it's going to bounce. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the way it broke over that 50 to begin with, and then it pulled back. That's just a fucking bear trap, because they were trapping all morning. Now they're going to start pulling bear traps, right? They're going to trap you on the way up, just like they trapped you on the way down. That's what these fucks do, right? It's their job, and they're very good at their jobs. So if you happen to notice like a really trappy day, wait for it. Wait for trend to change, and then spot these traps, but on the opposite side, and use it to your advantage. Guys, you got to be on the ball. You know, I see so many people, they're just not on the ball. I really don't think they have what it takes to be a day trader, because they're not on the ball. You know, they can barely operate a fucking website, for Christ's sake, right? And they're going to become a fucking day trader.
Yeah,
oh, geez. Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right.
I mean, I think they've got to get used to, and I've becoming better at this, is switching biases. And I think a lot of people get stuck on their biases, and they're you know, they see something going short, they want to go short, and they keep wanting to go short, even when everything's telling them to go against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been getting better at that, like switching biases on the fly. I mean, I'm still, it's a learning experience.
Oh no, and it's going to continue to be that way too.
Yeah.
Dude, like I had that issue this morning, but I was taking these trades based upon, proper technical support, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't necessarily want to go short. I really didn't think that the bigger picture trade was to go short on Nvidia. Okay. You would have ended up, had you shorted it from the VWAP and walked it all the way down until it put in that higher low. Yes, you would have got more of a move off of the short than you did the long. But I really think Nvidia is going to start coming up, and I don't want to make this, it's not a podcast about fucking Nvidia, guys. That's not what this is about. It's just about,
it's about recognizing the pattern.
I traded today. So,
yeah.
But you got to be able to switch it up. I used to be very biased, by the way.
When I first joined,
I only took short.
And you hardly ever took a long. I remember you saying that in chat.
Yeah.
And I think you even struggled a little bit to switch biases.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you know what changed it? I talked with a guy, Noah, and it was over the Christmas break, and he was very short biased too. And we both decided, like, all right, enough is enough. Enough of this only going short bullshit, right? And we kind of put our foot down, and we talked to each other, and we looked at different setups that work really well, and those are the ones we're going to wait for, and that's it. And it's one of like the badass TrickTrades setups that we take. And I mean, I take these trades every day now. I'll still short. Obviously, I'll still go short, but it's it depends on what's going on in the day and what the market's doing, right? So it's hard to say. And speaking about what stocks are doing on the day, I got a bitch. I'm gonna fucking let the trade exchange have it. Okay. So the trade exchange, I use them for a news service. I fucking love them, by the way. Okay. They usually put out PRs and news pieces that you generally won't find on, let's say, I don't know, like TC2000 has MT Newswire. Benzinga won't have the pieces that the trade exchange has. They usually have some off the wall ones, and that's why I like it. Right. So anyways, fucking Twitter this morning, man.
Yeah.
Twitter, play of the day.
Play
of the day. This thing ripped to the downside all bloody day. Actually gave a perfect entry first thing in the morning within the first, what is that, like few candles here? About 4 candles or so, 3-4 candles. I can't, it's on the monitor way up. I'm going to zoom in.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, on the 4th candle, it gave the entry.
Right, where it was consolidating there?
Yeah. No, about 5th candle, something like that.
Okay,
anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Twitter ended up dumping out. And it's funny because of the daily chart on Twitter, I decided that now it can easily do one of two things. It could have a continuation, right? It could definitely have a continuation, but I thought it was going to maybe sell off first. But then I was like, nah, you know what? Twitter kind of likes to put in this red day, green day type of pattern. I figured it was going to be a red day, but just a really small red day, not really worth it. I was right about the red day. Yeah. But what their news is that, Twitter released that they're going to get rid of a whole bunch of like millions of fake accounts, which is obviously in turn going to fuck with their bottom line because of advertising and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't see that on the trade exchange. Now, you want to tell me how the fuck trade exchange missed something like that? Now, I could scroll through the news again, right, and take a look. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did check it a couple of times after I heard the news after the fact because I was really pissed off over that. Like you got to, when you subscribe to a news service, you're going to want something, like I said, that likes to post news or PR that nobody really else posts, right? So for that, and especially some like a well-known stock like Twitter, for them not to have that, like I said, I'm choked because that would have been, and it was the play of the day. And had I read that, I would have been all over that like white on rice, man.
When did that news come out?
I don't know. Somebody did post it in chat, right?
That's how you heard about it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because it consolidated all pre-market, like no action.
Yeah, absolutely. So it would have been basically at the bell or something. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. But yeah, I'm definitely not happy with the Trade Exchange. So Trade Exchange, anyone from Trade Exchange, Mike, if you happen to be listening, tell them to get their shit together, please. And if I'm wrong, I'll on the next podcast I'll openly and retract and apologize. But I didn't see it, and I'm not happy about that. But back to traps, guys. In the summer, it's going to happen. Market makers, it's slow for them too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how are they going to make their nut? By fucking with you.
And they did a good job today, man.
Yeah, they did. They really did. Yeah.
I took 3 losses and I just tapped out. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because hindsight, it can be dangerous sometimes because I came back later and I'm watching the charts. I'm like, oh my God, these are all they're all going up right now. And I saw some good entries. But you know what? I didn't go in. I told myself I wasn't gonna, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So there's tomorrow's another day, and that's how you guys got to kind of look at it. Don't beat yourself up because you missed a big run or anything like that. There's always going to be a bigger run somewhere.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's how you got to kind of look at it.
We did have some really badass calls today, but it kind of pissed me off because I knew that, because you don't know, but, I had a really good feeling that these stocks, they were going to rebound, right? And they were going to do a sell-off. They were going to trap a bunch of longs, sell it off, and come back up, which is what they did, right? NVIDIA ended up being a little bit more of a dog than the other stocks, right? So anyways, called out Facebook right before it really took off there.
Yeah.
So called that one out. Lots of people caught that in chat. And then Tesla as well. So there were some really good calls today. But I wanted to take the Facebook trade, but I didn't want to get involved in a position and then have to take off for about an hour or so. Yeah. I hate doing that, man.
You mean you don't want to trade off a train with shitty Wi-Fi or anything?
Of a train.
Why not, man?
Or, in a tree.
In a tree.
That's such a stupid fucking picture, man. Come on. Timmy Dykes there, Tim Sykes. What a fucking retard, man. And you're sitting in a tree. Are you serious? You're trading from a tree. Yeah.
That's a good example to leave your mentor students. That's worth $5,000.
Yeah, exactly. Teaching them shit like that.
Jeez.
Moron. People like the sheep don't seem to look at it from another angle, right? They just look at it. It's like, oh, that's a cool picture. It's like, what are you, 15 years old? Number one.
I know, right?
Number two, you've got a guy that's teaching students to use spotty Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, come on, guys, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what would you think if your mentor that you pay $5,000 to is trading in a tree? I mean, just think how ridiculous that is. I just paid this guy $5,000 and he's in a tree fucking trading. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, you're.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's funny going back to our last podcast talking about these trading the summertime blues. How crazy was July 4th vacate, like Friday? Here I'm thinking Friday, everything's gonna dump out. People are taking their money, long weekend, whatever, and the fucking market took off. Like everything screamed on Friday, new highs. It was nuts.
Yeah, see, I did say in chat that it's going to do one of two things. And I know that this is going to sound like, oh, yeah, well, you kind of covered your bases there, right? But when I say one of two things, I mean, it's obviously going to do one of two things, but there's always gray areas, right? So one of two things is either going to fucking dump the fuck out, sell like a madman, or it's going to rip, right? So once you see signs that it is ripping, get in on it. Right?
Yeah.
So I ended up catching a 385% move there on Friday, which was the biggest percentage gain I've ever taken off of a trade.
Yeah.
So for those of you that kind of scratch your heads about that, like a 385% move, well, what the fuck? Well, yeah, it would be like catching some low float runner that went 385% on the day, and you caught 385% of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did on Apple, right? So
Yeah.
we use we're trading these options, but we don't trade off. I like putting out this disclaimer because I hate options. I hate like the whole like fucking all those Greeks. People start rambling about the Greeks like it fucking matters.
Hey man, I'm Greek. You
Well, you don't matter then.
yourself, man.
Well, you don't matter then. But people go on and on and on, and they become consumed with these off the wall option strategies. And yeah, there's a place for it. I don't trade that shit, man. I got no time to learn. I don't want to learn that shit. It just, my eyes roll in the back of my head as soon as people start talking about thetas and gammas and deltas and, well, how did you price your strike price?
Yeah.
Like it's some mystery. It's like,
yeah,
man, like if you want to,
it's funny.
Be a simplistic trader and actually learn how to make bank. Like just
listen. Like it's funny because we talked about this over the weekend and how simple it is and how all that noise. People, I think, when they hear options, they think it's supposed to be complicated.
Yeah.
So they're looking for that complication to get involved in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember when you were first showing me your first options trade, I kept asking you, I go, well, what about the strike price? And you're like, it doesn't matter. And you must have told me about 10 times, and I just couldn't get it through my fucking thick head.
Yeah. Yeah. Tino, he keeps asking me, well, what about the strike price? Well, doesn't it have to? I'm like, just shush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, shh.
Yeah. Yeah. So for a little teaser, this strategy that you're coming out with it's going to be like something that nobody's ever seen before.
No, nobody has. Nobody trades them the way that I'm trading them. Nobody. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says because you're not. You're not trading them the way I'm trading them. You're not taking that trade based off of what I'm taking.
Yeah.
And
so that's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, that's coming out. You got it'll blow your fucking mind. And I'm not one to sell a dream, but I'm telling you, this type of strategy, it's nothing but it really is nothing but a moneymaker, man. It is plain and simple. Now, I've never said that about anything I've ever done. I'm not saying that you're just gonna you're gonna hit home runs. It's a home run strategy. It's retarded. It really fucking retarded the amount.
You got to put your own disclaimer because you know how people are. They're going to make it more complicated than it is. You have to listen to it. Yeah,
you got to fucking listen because I got people in the room that are already not listening. They're like, well, what about this and what about that? Well, what do you mean that doesn't matter? Of course that matters. But if you look at it from this, of course it matters. No, it doesn't fucking matter. Cut it out. Quit overcomplicating things. It's like you're gonna argue with a guy that just made X amount in like 4 weeks, more than what most people make in probably fucking two years' wages in 4 fucking weeks. That's what you're gonna argue with a guy like that? Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? Like, and it's funny because, even to hit a 20 or a 30% gainer on, let's say you hit some low floater or a penny stock for like 30% gains. It's like that's a big trade. That's a nice trade, right? Yeah. You're only going to hit so many of those, right? But like a 20 or a 30% move, I get those every fucking day, man. Like that's nothing. That's nothing.
It's great
45% on Nvidia today, and it was just like meh.
You got 45%?
Yeah.
Nice. What's great about all the naysayers with summertime? You can't make money in the summer and no stocks move big in the summer. Well, Friday, July 4th weekend, you hit it for how much? 300 and how much?
My top sell was 385 and I took the entire trade for 311 or 312%.
So you made 385%. Well, average, 312 you said?
Yeah.
312% in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
So for all you naysayers out there, you got to be selective and you got to listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just got to listen. You got to listen to the guy that's actually given the direction. And I don't want to hear and I don't want to see comments coming from Pennyland saying, oh, well, look at the stock XYZ today. Because I know there was a couple low float runners this morning. So yeah, but okay, so they fucking went up 100%. But you're not going to catch those every day.
Yeah.
You can, and I'm telling you, and I know this is going to sound like bullshit, but it's not. It's not. The entire room can attest to this. The entire TrickTrades trading room can attest to this. That each and every day, almost each and every day, I can hit 100% winner. 100% winner is just like a Sunday afternoon now. It really is. It really is. You know,
that's awesome.
So think about that, guys. Think about that. You can make 100% your fucking money damn near every day. And I know that sounds like a pipe dream. I know how it sounds. Because you guys have all been lied to by these fucking clown shoes, right? You've been lied to by these guys, so you think I'm just another one of those guys. Why do you think my members on Twitter are such fanatics? I don't tell them to tweet. I don't pay them to tweet. I know that there's a room out there that tells you to fucking tweet about his bullshit or he'll fucking turf you.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah. Is that strong? I mean, is that strong arm? Is that legal? Yeah, I mean, can they do that? I don't even know.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to have
That's
that
like
as one of your terms and conditions of the room is pretty fucked up. And you're going to, like, right there, guys, should be a fucking red flag. If you're in that room, you know the room I'm talking about. Right? So, like, that's fucking messed up, guys. And the only reason why I'm not mentioning it, because I'm buddies with one of their moderators, so I'm not going to fucking throw them under the bus. Because I actually respect the moderator and the moderators in the room.
Right.
I've got no respect for the room owner. I think he's fucking horrible. He's a puke.
Like everything they all are.
Of the guy, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're being forced to tweet shit, like, what does that tell you, guys? What does that tell you, right? Like,
they're more concerned about getting members than they are about strategies. And
that's absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know, so I did want to kind of put that out there. Like, I don't tell, you know, my members to do that. Right. So
of course not.
No, fuck.
You know,
but, you know, these, you know, it's, I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to learn how to trade properly, I mean, there are vehicles to do so, right? You know. And the thing is, these setups and shit, they still would work on penny stocks. I've got quite a few people in the room that they trade penny stocks, right? They use me for education. My education second to none, right? You know, so we're not going to play the same stocks, but the education's still sound, right? So, I mean, that's just some food for thought there too. But, you know, talking about, I want to switch gears here.
Yeah.
You know. So there's someone that's actually, there's quite a few, but especially one, and I put it in Tino's DM box.
Yeah.
And you know, these fucking podcasts, they
All right, let's put it out there, man. Because that's on my mind too, and then we'll get back on track here. But there's already people copying us.
Yeah.
And how long have we been doing this? Going on 2 months?
Yeah.
Never before has anybody come out and called people out and said, you know, you're not going to make a lot of money right away. Don't even plan on it.
Yeah.
You know, and here we are putting it out there. We're the first people to do it. Sure enough, Pat shows me a podcast the other day, and what do they talk about? Oh, you know, you're not going to make a lot of money right away.
Oh, and what else did they say?
Yeah.
Well, they started bashing Sykes.
Yep. So, I mean, are we lying here or what? I mean, we're not full of bullshit. We are telling the truth out there, people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't care if you get mad at us. Fuck you. You know, if you get mad at us, well, then we don't want you.
Yeah.
But But if you're going to go somewhere where you're going to get a good education.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I mean? And we're just so sick and tired of it because I've been a victim of it.
Yeah.
Man, if I could get all that money back, I would love to get all that money back.
Yeah.
But I can't. But so here we are calling people out and telling it like it is. And no, oh my God, you shouldn't do that. Well, why?
Yeah. And I think I even time-stamped myself in a previous episode where I say that people were going to start coming out and doing it.
Yeah.
But I wanted people to know at least we were the first.
Yeah.
We were the groundbreakers, man. And it's true. And you can't dispute that. I don't give a fuck how much these other people with these podcasts, like how well known they are. I don't give a fuck. It means nothing. They go around to these smaller shops and that's what they do. Right.
And you know what, Pat, when you and I got together and we decided to do this podcast, we didn't write out a plan and say, you know what, let's just go out there and fucking bash people and fuck them. All we did is say, you know what, let's tell people the truth.
Yeah.
Let's tell them what my experiences was and what yours was and what happened and why it sucks and why all that bullshit out there sucks and why people are losing money. Why is there 90% failure rate, suppose? You know?
And that's why there's that 90%. It doesn't need to be the 90% because at TrickTrades, I have more than the 10% as consistent traders.
Oh, yeah.
So it depends on the education, people. It depends on the mindset. It depends on the rewiring. See, my job as an educator is to fucking rewire people, not to fucking use them as a vehicle to prop my stock up for me. Okay. You know, like that fucking Ross, man. Like, oh my God. He was in TAIT on Friday. And this really made me sick.
Yeah.
So number one, okay, we came up with about 7 points of bad education and a bad way of teaching. So number one, he chased. Okay. He chased that fucker on that big dirty green candle. Go back and take a look at July 6th, I think that was.
Yeah.
On Friday, TAIT. He chased that big green candle up. He added as it's coming back down, and he added all the way back down.
Yeah.
So he added to a loser. He chased. Number three, his exact words were, I'm hoping that it gets to highs. Yeah. So he's holding and hoping. Okay. He's teaching his members to hold and hope, which is a big fucking no-no. You respond to price action only. And that price action on that chart was telling him at that time that stock's coming down. It is no good. It is garbage.
You know, I have a buddy of mine that's in there, that's in the room, and I talk to him every now and then. And he told me about that Tate trade.
Yeah.
You know what he said? You know what Ross said? He says, I'm going to wait till it halts and add. That's what he said.
Oh, my God. So now he's telling you to add into halts, add out of halts. He's not respecting trend because it gave a perfect lower high. He should have shorted that. And that's the type of guy you're going to pay. Oh, and $200 a month. $200 a month for no education, just a chat room where he doesn't talk to you. And it's funny because there was a question asked on Friday. Somebody in his chat room asked him, should I start out with a $1,000 to $2,000 shirt trader account, or should I put my life savings?
No, risk my life savings.
Risk my life savings in a Lightspeed account. You know what happened? Do you want to know what Ross said?
Crickets.
Nothing.
Didn't even acknowledge the question.
And another thing, it wasn't even just that Ross didn't respond. Nobody in the room didn't jump down that guy's throat and said, no. Yeah. Nobody did. That is disgusting. Had that happened in TrickTrades, there would have been 400 members all over that fucking guy.
Yeah.
And said no, and here's why.
Yeah.
Not berate him, but educate him. That's the difference between a proper community and some fucking hack shop. Because that's what he is. It's all marketing. Yeah. It's all marketing. Stop following for marketing, guys.
And it's shit like that made us want to call these people out and put them on blast. We're not picking fights. I hope you people all out there know that we're not picking a fight.
No.
We are just saying, listen, this is why people have such a bad taste in their mouth because of that. And we're trying to change that. And we're going to do it one person at a time if it takes it.
Yeah.
You know, we will.
Yeah.
And we've got proof that people want to hear it because guess what? Those idiots came out with a podcast and just pretty much copied us word for word.
Word for word. Word for word. What we've been preaching now for forever.
So it's July 8th. Let's see how many more of those podcasts start popping up where they start telling, oh, you know what? you're not going to make a lot of money right away.
Yeah.
You need to take your time. You need to have patience. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you mean I can't give you $5,000 and turn that into $1 million in a couple months like your millionaire students have? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just come to the original. Spread the word for us, guys. You guys got to help us out too. Like, spread the word. Why would you want your friends, your colleagues, your whatever going to some second-rate educational site, right?
Yeah.
Why would you? Why wouldn't you want it coming from the original? I'm an original motherfucker. I have been since day one. There's a reason when I started TrickTrades over a year ago that I rocked the boat and I had all these fucking gurus from every other shop come and check out my room.
Yeah.
I had him scared. And
What
they
other-
still are. I know it bothers them when I take their members out of their fucking
Yeah, because like what other day trading website can you go to and there's fucking bombs and flames and hammers?
Yeah. Fucking
I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on.
You don't have a stick up your ass in a suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I've said before, you're trading from your house in a suit. You're trading from home and you're wearing a suit. If that's the case, you need to get fucking laid, man.
Yes.
Like, you gotta get laid. Like,
go pay for it at least. Do something.
Yeah, go do something.
Go
Like,
buy hookers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And if you're hiding in the closet or something, just come out.
Come out, man. It's okay.
It's all good.
I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean, us Greeks. Come on.
Yeah.
Didn't we start sodomy? I don't know. Or made it popular.
Yeah, you popularized it. Yeah, you made sodomy mainstream. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. See, we're good for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just crashing markets, but
yeah, like you told me today, when because Pat and I, for all you know, we've never met in person. We become brothers through through the internet.
Yeah, you fuck.
And Pat said today, he goes, man, the first thing I'm going to do when I see you is punch you right in the face. And I said, cool. You know what? Being a Greek, I'm just going to pull your pants down and bend you right over and I'll show you what it's like.
Isn't
that crazy? You. Isn't that so crazy? Like when guys get pissed, we're getting a little off subject, but who cares? Because we got to have some fun.
Yeah.
Why is it when guys get pissed, they get gay? Hey, don't talk shit or I'm going to fuck you in the ass, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean you're not going to punch me? You're going to fuck me in the ass? Okay. I'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Like that's just normal behavior.
Or guys go, yeah, blow me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's like, what? What do you want? You want
me to wait, you want me to put your penis in my mouth? Really? Because I was thinking about punching you right in the face.
Yeah, I just want to fight you. I don't want to fuck you.
I don't. Oh my God. Well, we got a little off course there.
Oh, just a little bit.
A little.
Talking about fucking each other. See what I got to deal with, guys? Jeez.
But see, would you got everybody out there? Would you rather listen to this or listen to a couple deadbeat dicks that fucking just are the most boring?
Oh,
listen, it was painful for me to listen to that podcast that you showed me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these guys.
Oh, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I couldn't. I thumbed through it, and it took me maybe 3 minutes to get through it.
Ugh, horrible.
I couldn't handle that. That was nonsense, man. That was nonsense.
And you know what else is bad about that? They give the appearance that that's what day trading is. It's that boring. Like,
yeah.
I mean, here we're talking about, fucking guys in the ass. That's what it's about, people.
Yeah. That's what day trading's about. Yeah, that's what day trading.
I'm gonna get so mad. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of getting ripped off, though.
Yeah,
I really am. And as Els pointed out in chat, she said, "But we know the difference." And you know what? That I talked to Chrissy about that, and I know that the smart ones out there, they do know the difference. They know the difference, right? And I get that, and I do appreciate that. I think after a year of getting of people ripping me off, and because I'm the new guy out there, or one of the new guys out there, it kind of goes unnoticed, right? I find it funny that way back when I first started, I gave a free webinar on how to use FinViz. And then who came out that exact day but Tim Sykes
No way.
on basically how to use FinViz?
Are you
When the fuck
serious?
has Tim Sykes ever mentioned FinViz? Do you think that shit's a coincidence?
Jeez.
No, it's not a coincidence, guys. Like, I'm not crazy here.
Yeah, he has his flunkies out there trying
Yeah.
to find stuff.
Yeah, I had a lot of his flunkies in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Funny. But
well,
I
we'll
mean,
just keep being original, man.
yeah, man. I mean, I just wanted to timestamp shit and put things out there that, you know, this is happening, guys. This is happening. And I want to make it known that TrickTrades, the reason why I started TrickTrades, for those of you that may not know, that are just kind of tuning in, listen, there's a million motherfucking chat rooms out there. I was talking to Tino about that today, and it makes me sick because they bring nothing new to the table, guys. They all claim they do, but they don't. Their education's the same. It's regurgitated Tim Sykes type of education by the breakout, by the dip. Okay? And it's just some momentum-based chat room. They're not teaching you anything new. And then you got guys that are out there that have been fucking trading for a year. They found some success. They've made a couple $100,000 in 1 year. Who gives a shit? That doesn't. It's a game of longevity. That doesn't matter. Who cares that you've made a couple $100,000 in a year? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Take a couple lucky trades off the beginning to give you some wiggle room?
Yeah.
Right?
This is about building a skill you can have for the rest of your life and being able to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
This is about not having to worry about retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying you need to make $1 million, but you will have a skill that will enable you to just keep doing what you're doing and live your dreams and have a skill that you can support yourself for the rest of your life without having to worry about retirement, without having to worry about Social Security, without having to worry about where the next paycheck's going to come, without having to worry about getting laid off, all that. That's what it's about.
Exactly. Because I've got news for you young bucks out there. Your Social Security and your pension isn't going to be there. It's not going to be there. How many pensions have they fucked from union members? Yeah. It happens all the time up here.
Sad.
I don't know whether it happens down in the States, so I'm sure it does. And if it doesn't, it's going to. If you really think all of your, retirement and all of that is really, your pension is really going to be there for you, it's not. And I'll tell you what, with inflation, it ain't going to give you shit. It's not going to give you shit. Think about your grandparents, right? And what they retired with, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about if you come from fucking money. I'm talking about the average person out there. Do you think with inflation that even if, let's say they had $1 million, let's say they managed to bank $1 million, they thought they were going to live like fucking, really, really well for the rest of their lives. Nah, man. Half of them are eating fucking cat food.
Yeah.
Because of inflation and everything else. Like the cost of living goes up. Like guys.
Medical, you get older. Expenses are going to go through the roof, whether you like it or not. The insurance today is horrible.
Yeah.
So instead of setting a goal, like you want to make a monetary goal, set the goal to build a skill that will allow you and enable you to be free.
Yeah. That's the proper goal to have.
Yeah.
This is something that you can do when you're fucking 80 years old, 90 years old. As long as you can kind of still see the monitor, who knows? And maybe by then you probably won't even need to click a mouse. It'll be all voice activated. Who knows? Right? But
so get the dollars out of your eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is long-term. This is long-term thinking, guys.
And quit worrying about that loss you had. There's always tomorrow. I can't emphasize that enough. The
losses don't matter, guys. Jesus.
You'll always be there tomorrow. And you're building that skill, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and take it slow. You got to make sure that you're still in the game. I see a lot of people, they try and make, and it boils down to being patient about the process. And by the way, I'm going to go on record that since day one of TrickTrades, so well over a year now, I've been talking about the process. So I don't want to hear that, I got it from someone. No. I've been preaching this shit since day one. That's what makes TrickTrades different. All right. So anyways, you know, you got to make sure that you are going to be in the game long enough. You know, stop trying to make that fucking bank right off the hop and everything else. Because, you know, there's a few lucky ones out there that they luck out and they hit some gamble trade and they really build their accounts off the bat. Right. A lot of people, they won't keep them. Actually, I've got a prime example. There's a brand new member of TrickTrades and he reached out. He hit some sort of really crazy options trade and he made $20K on one trade. Okay. Off of a $2,000 account.
Wow.
So he hit obviously some 1,000% fucking runner, which isn't unheard of with options. It can happen and it actually happens quite a bit. But anyways, he lost it all. He's down to his last $2,000 and he came to the room and he's like, I just need to make money. How do I make money? Well, dude, no. We're not that type of room. I'm not going to give you some picks. I'm teaching you how to fish here, man. I'm not teaching you. I'm not going to just give you the fish because you're not going to be around. You're just going to blow it again.
Right.
So right now, take it easy. Stop trading. Invest in your education. And learn, and then turn that 2K into something.
Yeah.
Build off of that slowly over time.
And you know what, guys? I've been saying this all the time. I'm still learning. I don't play big, but I make a couple $100, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what? As you get older and as time progresses and you retire, how cool is that to know that on any given day, if you need to, you can decide that you want to make 50, 100, 200, $300 a day.
Yeah.
How cool is that to have that skill?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's not about, I need $1 million. I need to make money. No, you need to build that skill.
Yeah.
And be confident with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. You got to know that you can walk into the market, like Tino said, on any given day and pull out a couple $100.
I mean, 50, $100 a day is nothing to laugh at, guys.
No, you know, you see these people. It's because of, you know, Twitter, and that's why I don't post my P&Ls, because I really do think it's detrimental to a new trader's career. Everything I do for a reason. It's very laid out, planned out, thought out. I don't just do things just to do them. And when I see people posting their P&Ls, you know, you get these fucking jackasses out there posting $107,000 wins every day for a week straight. Yeah, blow me. Anyways,
there you go again. Blow me,
blow me, motherfucker. But you know, it gives people the wrong idea.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
You know, and to say that you're doing it for yourself, you're not doing it for yourself. What are you going to gain out of that by posting that? You're trying to get people to come to your room, right?
Yeah.
And it's bullshit anyways, guys. Guys, if a guy's pulling out almost $200,000 on trades multiple times per week, oh my God, that's such horseshit. It's horseshit, guys. Okay.
You know, it's funny if you think about it. I mean, trading's been going on for over 100 years, right? Social media comes along. Back in the day, before the internet, you didn't know what these guys were making, and they didn't go around yelling throughout their neighborhood.
No.
Guess what I just made today?
Yeah.
You know, but now they want to seem important. It's such a sign of insecurity.
Yeah.
It's such a sign of insecurity. They want to, they need that validation that they're cool.
They need that hand
because they've never had it their whole life.
Yeah.
You know,
and I'm not talking about the newer traders that are posting for transparency purposes, blah, 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 to keep them accountable. Sure. Okay, that's fine. That's not what I'm getting at, right? But once you start hitting a certain number and it no longer becomes valid, just stop doing it.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You know, guys, I've said this before, and I'll catch up some of the new people that are just tuning into us. You know, there is a reason why Tim Sykes came out with the whole, you know, you got, you know, these traders out there that aren't transparent, and he makes a big deal about it. Number one, do you really think that motherfucker cares? That guy's so self-involved. He doesn't care if you or I are posting their P&Ls or tracking their trades. Do you want to know why? Yeah, one word, profitly.
Yeah, of course.
He makes money off that, guys.
Yeah.
It's a platform where he can advertise. It's a platform he charges for, because then you get those people, it's free. It's free. nothing's free in this fucking world, you
Yeah.
dipshit.
Yeah. And hey, if you want to be transparent, why doesn't he come out and say, yeah, these girls in my videos, I pay for them. They're hookers. I bang them.
Exactly.
You know, I take my money and I buy hookers. That's transparency.
Yeah. I'm not really trading from this tree. I just thought it was really good for marketing.
Yeah.
Be transparent then, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
You know, guys, stop buying into that shit. Do you really think anybody cares if you're posting your P&L? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody really cares.
Have a little
Even the
respect.
ones that are hand clapping for you, they don't give a shit.
Have some respect for your privacy, because privacy these days is like gold. It's so hard to have now.
Yeah.
And have a little self-respect and just hold on to whatever you can. Nobody needs to know how much you're making.
It's nobody's business.
No.
That's nobody's business. And then you get these fucktards out there that, oh, let's see your broker statements. Broker statements? Get fucked.
Yeah, right.
Statements. Fucking get out of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Blow me.
Blow me. You fucking blow me. They're so wrapped up in the whole Tim Sykes little regime of Nazis.
Yeah.
That, they don't understand. And yeah, you know what? The Tim Sykes guys that are listening and I'm pissing off and I'm offending, I promise you, mark my words, before you tune me off right now, mark my words. A year, 2 years, 3 years from now, think back to this. Think back to what I'm saying. And at least give me the credit and say, you know what? That guy was right. You don't have to tell anyone about it, but I want you to admit that to yourself, because I am right.
Yeah.
I am right. And you will come around. It's okay. You'll come around. A lot of you don't realize it yet, but you're being fucked. You don't realize it yet because you're brainwashed. How many former Tim Sykes members do you think I have in my room? 80%?
I think it's higher than that.
Probably 90, 95%. There's a reason, guys. Why do you think guys like Eric Wood and that were former, I guess, Sykes members and students, I guess, right? Way back in the day. Why do you think they left his ass, man? And then people say, oh, well, look at guys like Tim Grattani and Steven Ducks. They're doing their own thing, man.
Yeah.
Tim Sykes got some sort of deal worked out with Grattani. He's got to. Because I don't know why Grattani would put up with that, right? I think Grattani's just a really good guy, to be honest. I really think he's just a good guy, and he does have a sense of loyalty, so he does feel he needs to be loyal to a guy like Sykes. I get it. Loyalty is admirable, and I don't fault him for that. I really don't. Yeah, I think Tim Grattani is a really, really good guy. He actually came on TrickTrades, and he did a free webinar for my members and my YouTube subscribers as well. It's on YouTube. Go to TrickTrades YouTube and go check it out. Go search it. It's an OTC webinar, but nonetheless, and he does talk about listed stocks as well. But it's a really good webinar, and I'm very thankful to Tim to come out and help us with that. And I've got nothing but respect for him. I really do. I think the world of Tim. So,
Yeah, but he kind of took it upon himself. He's a self-made man. Like,
I know he is. Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah.
And I think, you want to talk about transparency. It'd be cool if Tim came out and said, you know what? Yeah, I don't really follow Tim Sykes anymore. You know what that would do to Tim Sykes' fucking business? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, Tim Grattani seems like a nice guy and a timid guy. He probably doesn't like confrontation. So he's got his money. He doesn't need to have any hassles.
No, exactly. Yeah. But it's just, I know we kind of went off on, we said we weren't gonna, but there's just a lot of bullshit out there, guys. And like I said, when you see all of these new shops popping up, like I said, every guy and his dog has a chat room. Okay. Right. That's why I started my own service. That's why I started TrickTrades. Because I did. I got so sick and tired of seeing all these fucking rooms pop up, but they're not offering anything new. Go to any of these new rooms, guys, and be honest. Be honest with yourself and ask, are they really teaching me anything new that I couldn't get from another service? A similar service? No.
Try and sign up for one of these rooms and ask them, hey, can I still make money in the summertime? And see what they say.
Yeah.
they're going to say, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, here we're saying, yeah, you can, but it's going to be really slow. And it's probably better just to study and listen and watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we're telling our members to just like sit on their hands.
Yeah.
Sit on your hands, and if something comes around, sure, we'll hammer it. But for the most part, no, man, just relax. Educate. The summer is for education, man.
Yeah. There's still plays to be had, for sure.
Definitely.
I mean,
we're smoking shit.
But you got to be particular, and you got to know what you're doing. You got to listen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And go go check out, if you want, and because you're probably going to, go check out these other services, right? Go check them out and really be honest. Are they really telling me anything new, anything original? Do they really have an original thought, an original method? I mean, I've got shit like Magic Blue Lines and Voodoo Lines, and it's not just a cool name. It's just like they are, though. It's so different at TrickTrades, man. I like, even taking like an unbiased view from it, man, we're doing shit it's never been done. It's never been done, man. It's never been done in the day trading educational space. It's not. You know what else?
I guarantee you know what else is going to start popping up out there. You know how you're doing the tweets now with those images?
Oh, yeah, with the thumbnails? Yeah, you guys watch. All these rooms, they're going to start doing exactly what TrickTrades is doing with the economic data thumbs, the daily data grinder, the economic heats, or the earnings heat seeker, the critical live wire, all of that, guys. You'll see. Mark my words. It's July 9th and 2018. And start watching Twitter. You're going to see all these real cool thumbnails pop up. And so they're going to start organizing their Twitter feed just like I did, guys. Just like I did. I'll be ripped off for that too.
But we're trendsetters, man. We go against the grain.
Fucking right. We're setting the trend.
Yeah. So I guess on that, man, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, just to wrap things up and, kind of recap, we discussed traps, what to watch for. If you are noticing it's really trappy, like I said, just wait for that trend.
Wait. Yeah, man.
And then look for those traps, but on the opposite side, guys. Do that like I did on NVIDIA, okay? Had a rough morning. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But then I just lied and waited. I just waited. Got back green and then some. Had a good day. Actually, had a really good day.
Yeah.
And the SPY, how to track and trade the SPY. If you see the SPY dumping out, right, and that stock is dumping along with it, tick for tick, once that stock rounds at the bottom and starts basing, meaning it's holding, it, even though the SPY is dumping, that one stock isn't anymore. Take it on the first higher low, guys. Take it. Take that trade. It's about taking it. Once you recognize something, take that trade. Do not hesitate. You hesitate, you masturbate.
And the worst thing that can happen, you get stopped out. Big fucking deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the end of the world to get stopped out, guys.
But at least take it. That's what I did this morning on NVIDIA, man. I had that order set out there ahead of time, and it hit the order, and I was pumped. I was like, cool, got a great entry, and it went against me, and I got stopped out. Whatever.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Tomorrow's another day, guys.
Yeah, man.
Be grateful you get up in the morning and you're able to do this.
Yeah, man. It's a game of odds and averages. That's it.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
If you got a really proven strategy and you're going to be 70-75% right out of the time, that leaves 25-30% of the time you're going to be wrong. It's bazzaro world.
Yeah.
If you're 25 or 30% wrong in your 9-to-5 jobs, they're going to run your ass. They're going to fire you.
Yeah.
So wrap your fucking head around it, and it's just not that way in the stock market. It is bazzaro world.
Yeah.
I talk about the stock market being bazzaro world all the time because it is.
Today was a perfect example, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch these market leaders tomorrow, guys. They're going to be good. They're going to be good, man. I can't wait till tomorrow, actually. It's going to be a huge day. I really do think it's going to be a huge day. So, anyways, folks, on that note, episode 12.
In the can.
In the can.
We got, check the free content out on YouTube.
So just for people that are, thinking about getting into TrickTrades, subscription fees are going to be going up. Is what it is. I know what we bring to the table. So you're going to want to get locked in now, because all prices and members that are already in, you're going to be grandfathered. And so your best bet is to get in now, because to get this great education, it's no longer going to be as cheap as it is.
We're the cheapest room out there with the most value.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Yeah, and enough of that. I know what I
Yeah.
put out there, and I know the type of content I put out there. It's second to none. And I don't think it's fair to me with the amount of work, because I'm literally, you can contact me from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And that's no joke. Anyone that's contacted me on social media or email or in the chat room, I'm available, no joke, from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's 6 a.m. till what, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's not bullshit, guys. That's the truth. So for that type of service,
you need
you're
to be
gonna
compensated for it.
Yeah. I put a lot of time into this. This is my baby. This is what my calling is. I'm very good at what I do. I'm breeding some of the most consistently profitable traders out there. Are they millionaires? No. I don't want them to be right now. I don't care about that. It's not about that. They're consistent. It's all a matter of scaling now. Now that they have the process down, they have this skill for life.
Build that skill to be free.
Yeah. So make sure, get locked in. You're going to want to get locked in, because fees are going up. So anyways, folks, on that note, thanks, Tino.
Yes, sir.
And love y'all.
Love you all too, guys.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Later, guys.